welcome back to my Let's Play of Hogwarts Legacy. This is Wishblend reporting in. I do have the Dark Arts pack installed. That's weird. That has to be a glitch because it's showing what's behind you. It's my camera view on the mirror. So yeah, as you saw in the last episode, we've arrived at Hogwarts and we can't do any Quidditch because there was an accident or something in the last season and it's got cancelled this season. Got a drink there. Where are we going to end up? So
now, which way is the common room?
So you follow the yellow brick road, or yellow dot road, should say in this case. Not bad. Why is my one magic red? If I remember reading correctly, that's the common room, that's where we're going. The one colour is fixed, you can't change that, but there was people asking for it to be a DLC option where you can just change. Guess this is another conference. Ooh. I didn't do anything, honest. That person's doing cartwheels on top of the fireplace. So definitely a place to explore. That's where I just come from. I'll go down there or go down the back here. Let's go down the back stairs. Oh, I found the bathroom. Well, they all work. Taps out now. Well, I've got another mirror. No, it all smeared out. I think I should get back up to the common room. I'm getting lost. It's a big place.
Different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Yeah.
That new 5th year. They're lucky they didn't end up as dragon food, like that poor man from the ministry.
Can't imagine starting a new school this late.
A little room, everyone. Let them through.
Who does Nelly think she is anyway?
Anything for a thrill. should... I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
Well, technically, I did study with him.
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
A little more practice ought to do it.
I practiced all summer. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without speaking. What's so difficult about this one? I'm just going to keep at it.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
Okay. What's this? House, chest, place. Okay, I can't do that at the moment, I'm guessing.
Who does Nelly think she is anyway?
First day.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
Yeah.
Yes, our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't believe it. How thrilling! And also terrifying. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
I take it you're not afraid of heights?
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
No, you don't.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
Well, it wasn't after the meat, it was after the portkey, and most likely me.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
She sounds... daring. A couple of Gladwell glitches on day one.
It'll be the next butterbeer.
If I can just...
Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth. And thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Never requires us to write more inches of parchment on a topic than necessary.
Yeah, I'll be
Professor
there in a
Weasley
sec.
is already preparing me to take my Transfiguration NEWT.
Just having a play.
I'm uncomfortable with the size of my hands. Well, you were asking the other day, so I'm telling you. I was distracted by Peeves that ran face first in Adelaide Oaks the other day. Hogwarts went flying. It made Peeves' entire wing.
Name that tune.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Was it meant to do that?
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Have we got a bag of holding?
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Okay.
This way.
I'm coming.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Revelio.
Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Okay, protocol video. It depicts the wizard video framed for his brain elixir and example of what happens when incantations are improperly spoken. He once said S instead of F with front himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest. Chestnut Field Guide Challenge. Your progress towards complete challenges appears here. So you need to get another page. Open the field guide. This is a wisdom level. XP earned from challenges increases your level and power. Field guide tracks your current progress. Select challenges menu to continue. Collecting the first page unlocks a new challenge category. New challenges you unlock throughout the adventure will appear here. Combat quest exploration field guide pages. Remote requirements. I knew we had that, but each challenge has tiers. Special rewards unlock each tier you complete, from appearances to critical upgrades. Rewards must be claimed from the challenge menu. Come back often to claim rewards if unlocked. So I can see that if you're getting into the game, you might forget to go back and check.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Hello, cat. Got that right.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
But it was a cat. Got to stroke a cat. These teachers have to get their priorities in order.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Okay. Whoa. Hogwarts is split in two main areas. Left side of the map where students best live includes the house, common rooms, and the Great Hall. Select the south wing section to complete. In this view, you can see the blue flames available in that region. Green flue flames represent planes you discovered with your own house common room. Grey flue flames feel the location of undiscovered flames. So, fast travel points, but you need to discover them first by going there. Right side of the map has been found academic points of interest, including the astronomy tower and greenhouses. Okay. Professor Wiz has unlocked the Central Hall Flue Flames for you. You can rotate the maps. That one I can't get to, but this one can. So fast travel.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
So that similar floor is probably the Flue network.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Yeah, I saw it.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Right. So you've got wand handles you can change, flying mounts, brooms. So we've got 86 gold coins. Don't know if that's going to be much to play with, but we'll have to see when we get to the shop. 200 health, no defense, no offense. Level 1 Gryffindor. Inventory. Okay. Beast, nothing. Quest items, nothing. Notes, nothing. Resources, nothing. Well, I haven't really gone outside anywhere. Talents is totally empty at the moment. Okay, so tools. Potions, magic plants that can be assigned to tool wheel, can be crafted at potion stations and potting tables. Out of purchasing potion recipes and seed packs and Hogsmeade, tools can be purchased from vendors. So for the Felix Fales's luck potion, you need to get wooden leaves with flies and wooden fluxweed stem. I don't know if non-PlayStation users can manually create the recipe. No idea. So that's that. Potions, enemies, appearances. These are the additional content which I've unlocked. But I can't do them at the moment. Challenges. The one I've kind of got is this one. Oh. Map. So world map. Lower Hogsmeade, Arnshire, Hogsmeade, and Hogwarts ground. At least I do like that it's got tells you how many pages, you know, them guys statues have. The collectibles, I do like that it tells you what's available. Quests. So I just got to talk to Professor Fig. So all of them linked together. Main quests, assignments, relationships, side quests, and completed quests. Outpost is out at the moment, no mail, and then these are the technical options. Sell it or destroy it. Nah. That looks like my nightwear. Prefect vest uniform, well appointed. So appearances collected with video pages. Okay, there's a lot of collectibles in this game. To get 100% completion with the collectibles, it's going to take a long time. I look forward to having fun.
Revelio.
Don't know what that is. Let's talk to the Professor.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
This represents the main quest. Complete main quest for the story and lots of new features. Some quests are locked by spells or level requirements. In these cases, you need to be the required level and or have the required spells to activate. These spells can be earned by completing professor assignments or as a quest reward. Okay. Field guide shows Professor Hart, section of the astronomy wing. Could get lost. Use a charmed compass in the field guide. So that's what it is, a charmed compass.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Oh, that's cold.
I prefer the 3 broomsticks to the whole.
Ugh. What? Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery. Lumos.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
So that's like a stairwell on a statue of some sort. Pass away, found my birds gonna pass away, guys. Explore everywhere.
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
And there's a butterfly there we just tagged.
Revelio. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth. The moth stopped.
Statue within Queen's Room with the medieval wizard Gregory the Smart. The wizard is famous for inventing grave unconscious and action. A potion that makes the drinker believe whoever gave them the potion is their best friend.
Casting Lumos on it. Lumos.
I'm saving up for a new broom.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Level 2.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
You should have.
Revelio.
There's just so much to see and do. Let's actually go to yeah, I need to cast a spell, don't I? Oh, what the? Let's just see dark areas. These must be all the spells I can learn.
Revelio.
Away from me!
Revelio.
What the hell's happening up here?
If those bouncing bulbs get big, they can be quite strong. I'd keep an eye you don't get one that's
Some of
too
us don't
mature, or
necessarily
we'll be having
want him
cast
to
a
get back to the
fire-making
lesson.
Spell, and I'm sure that won't go over well if garlic tells black.
Okay, start the quest.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
I like the girl, and he's got a Professor there's got a funny humour.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
So what do I have to do?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but excellent control there. Splendid! Very good. Happens to the best of us. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this. That is how it's done. Here.
Excellent.
Watch this.
So I get a full score.
There we go.
worry.
She's one.
Yes! Nicely done.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
What you doing?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go. That is how it's done.
Alright.
Yeah, not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Stay focused.
Let us see this. Oh, dear me.
That's it.
Misha.
Knock over.
Concentrate, Natsai.
Yes.
Quite impressive.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
Revelio.
If you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on...
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that. Cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Okay,
A word, if you would.
sure.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Okay. So I've completed that one. I got it. Oh, I do like that they actually remind you if you forgot, so you're not left stumbling in the dark.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Revelio.
Muggle pool is so dull.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion
So-
of 17...
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Booth.
Oh, well, come on, I won't say my goodbyes. I should care for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
telling lies. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention.
Lumos.
And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Never won that. Oh, I see.
What was that for?
So it's a number problem. That's down, that's up. So three So that's the question marks. I'm not sure. I'll have to think on this one, come back. Horse and 4. So the question marks is, what's the difference in value? What would it be? There's 10 on each side. There's a couple of these puzzles. I'm sure I'll get a guide from later, but basically I've got to get that to match up and that one to match up to basically open this door. But at least
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
I'd spend all day in the great hall.
Okay. Oh, side quests are now available. Defense against dark arts, that's where I've got to go.
Revelio.
So up on the cursor, basically it's definitely got the word
Revelio.
So freaking many secrets here. Don't know what that picture will be. Unless that's another one of the puzzle things.
Lumos.
Past that.
Revelio.
Maybe not. Let me have another look. So he's looking up from somewhere.
Revelio.
The skeleton of Irish Phoenix of Augury, an intensive shy bird who can forecast the coming of rain and whose mournful cries responsibly foretold death.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Oh, that was actually the statue of the Flea network.
Revelio.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Once you get the hang of how to do this, unlock the spells,
Levioso.
it's easy to do.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso!
Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy. Protego.
Levioso!
Complicates things. This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do enjoy lively duels. I'm not going to lose with this event. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
All right, that's enough. If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around. Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done. I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Hey, level up.
Revelio.
Where do I need to go now? Professor's down.
Revelio.
That youngun's now a teacher herself. It's a wonder she's not gobbled up by her own fanged geranium.
Oh, there's a shield or something on it. Wow. There's so many.
142 staircases, and this is where they put me.
Revelio.
Okay, you're off for Wizard Elias. Your family saved the entire village from an army of Dementors and the Dark Resident by conjuring a Mouse Protanius.
Lumos.
I think I'm basically going to unlock all of these as I come across them. Why is this one got poison type gas coming out? Let's not go there.
Revelio.
Okay. Something tells me. Can't open you at the moment. I say it's going to be so friggin' easy to get lost in this place.
If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you.
Big place.
Revelio.
In the configuration courtyard has a likeness of a woman on top and serves as a resting place just to gather. Smart room is up to the contrary, probably start by a circle. This is a most assured, not meant to be the wearing of white, explained by a life knight by himself.
Revelio.
Look at, there's so many different cats here.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
Let's go for Natty.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavoury local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Okay. And that, my friends, is where I'm going to bring this episode to a close. I'm trying to break them down into roughly, hours, segments, or hour 20 minutes. Yeah, give or take, depending on the games go. I wouldn't have like an actual break point. But it looks like our next task in the next episode will be going to Hogsmeade and getting quests. So, yeah, please, if you enjoyed it, hit a like, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if not already signed up. This is Wishblend, signing off. Laters.